time I ever learned this song was actually from a book that was called Beatles for Classical Guitar. And then I learned some other classical guitar arrangements of it, but none of them are nearly as cool as the Pat Metheny version. He just has a way of extracting the magic from the guitar and extracting the magic from the tune as well, of course. What we're doing today is we're doing a version that's based on the Pat Metheny, slightly simpler and with no thumb over the top. Thanks so much for being here. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel if you like. And if you like the video, or if you think you're going to like the video, you could hit the like button now. You could always unlike it later if it's not likable. Broadly speaking, there are three sections to the piece. There's the introduction, with this very classic riff, which comes again and again and resolves into different chords. So the first time into a G minor, and the second into a D minor. Pat Metheny plays a D minor over F. And then there's the verse. And it's really that same phrase three times and then a kind of an ending off phrase. So there's your verse melody. Then there's the chorus. Pat Metheny takes that an octave up and uses the guitar so beautifully from the 5th fret to the 12th fret of the E string. There's a lot of empty space in the song. You know, even if you take the introduction, there's the riff. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And in the space, in that empty space, we just kind of improvise on the chords. If you listen to the original Beatles recording, they sometimes pluck the chords and sometimes they actually play arpeggios. Pat Metheny does the same thing. Actually, he does it quite differently, one version to the next, if you listen to live performances of it. So I wouldn't get too hung up on doing exactly what he does in the recording. Anyway, that's not what we're going to do today. We're just going to show you a kind of a simple way that you can play it and get to the heart of the music, and then really make it your own. So if we look at the introduction, we have the riff, which starts on the upbeat. It starts on after beat 3. So we count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Then we're into the G minor chord. And the pattern I'm doing is like 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 3. And then we're back in time for the riff. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 3, and 4, and 1. And the last time it resolves into the G, we go straight into the verse. So for the verse, I'll do a slightly simplified version. We're going to have the G and the D. That rhythm again. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 3. The verse is 5 phrases. The first 3 are all very similar. In fact, the first and the third phrase are identical, and the second phrase is basically just one note different. So the first 3 it's almost like a repeated phrase. The same thing actually happens in the chorus. We have the same phrase 3 times. And then what we do is we have a really cool phrase where it kind of breaks, and the 5th phrase which kind of finishes it off. All sounds pretty abstract. I'll show you how it works. So phrase 1 goes like this. We land on the D minor chord, and I just kind of arpeggiate it a bit. Phrase 2. Again, landing on the D minor. Phrase 3. Now come to phrase 4, which is a break. It's a change of harmony. You notice that suspension. The whole song is full of suspension. So we got the B flat major chord. And we got this lovely 6th suspension going to the C major chord. And then the last phrase that kind of finishes it off. And then after that last phrase, we kind of hang on this chord, which is a D. It's like a D minor 9 over F. We can see it as a kind of an F major 6 chord. It's the F, D, A, C, and E. We just kind of jam on that chord. And again, I would use that rhythm 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we go straight into the chorus. So I'll just play that whole thing through nice and slowly, and I'll try not to put any of those ghost notes in, so you're going to have just chord and melody. So then we go straight into the chorus. We've got a nice clean break. We're going to land on this chord. So it's and I love her. And now we straight into the chorus. We've got this D minor 7 chord. And an A minor chord. It's the same kind of phrase 3 times in a row, almost. What Metheny does sometimes is he kind of improvises around this sweet spot in the middle of the guitar using this kind of A minor pentatonic. And then you can play the chord for some variety. Now once again we come to, so it's 3 phrases that are very similar, then we come to the phrase where it kind of breaks. So I'll just play through the chorus nice and slowly. Last repeat, you can kind of repeat that as many times as you like, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. But on the last repeat, it's always going to end with a verse. So it ends with that. And then instead of going into the chorus again, we go back into the riff. Back into the introduction riff. And on the final return to the D chord, or the D over F, is what's called a tierce de Picardy. That's where you end a minor piece, because the whole piece has been in D minor, and we end it in a major key. It sounds really cool. It's really distinct. You know, you hear that once, and you always want to listen to the track till the end, just for that major key. It goes into your subconscious. At least that's what happened to me. If you'd like tabs for everything we did in this lesson and other lessons, detailed tabs, not just the performance, but actually the breakdown, the melody, words, chords, everything, that's all on our Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/altguitar. And thanks again for your support. If just being here is a great support to us. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't yet liked, and you did like the lesson, then don't hold back. Please feel free and hit that like and ring the bell for notifications if it's your first time. Thanks again just for being here, guys. It's great to be on this journey with you, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao.